Welcome back. I'm here with my guest, Sandra Mogelefsky from Lynx Mortgage Bank. And we're just talking about what's going on in the banking world today. Sandy, hi again.
Hi.
I wanted to talk to you or share with our audience here what's happening with the interest rates and how is that affecting purchase prices and the whole buying attitude for a consumer right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy going on right now with that. Obviously, the rates have been very volatile. They just raised the federal fund rate Wednesday, 0.75 of a point, 0.75%. So, mortgage rates have reacted accordingly, and they have increased. They're talking about doing another adjustment. So I don't think the rates are going to come down anytime soon.
What happens when you get a buyer that
level off?
Yeah,
You've been a little bothered.
What happens when you get a buyer that says, you know what, I'm going to wait till the rates soften and the prices soften? How do you respond to that?
Well, they've been talking about it constantly, that they're trying to raise the rates again. So if you're going to buy in the near future, you may be waiting a long time. We are used to these pre-pandemic rates that they've never existed before.
Right.
Prior to the pandemic, the rates were never as low as during the pandemic.
Correct.
So, when I bought my house 18 years ago or so forth, I was at a 6.5% interest rate, and I thought that was a good rate.
That's right.
When our parents bought houses, they may have been at 18 or 12%.
That's right.
So these rates that we're saying the rates increase, but they've really just kind of gone back to the norm.
We got a little spoiled with some more rates.
Right, exactly.
I often pull out a chart that I have that shows the average interest rate per decade. And if you look at that chart over the last, 7 decades or so, what you really see is these rates that we're seeing now are very normal and actually quite good. The rates we were seeing pre-pandemic or even during the pandemic were outrageously low. We've never seen that in history.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're spoiled.
And do you believe that it makes sense to wait out for the home prices to come down?
Well, in a normal situation, when the rates go up, usually the prices come down. Just general law of thumb, economics, supply and demand, right? We all know this. However, I don't know how soon or if they will come down tremendously, and they're not predicting that in the near future, at least not for 2022 and 2023.
That's right.
And I think that's because of the lack of inventory. So,
that's right.
That's what's driving.
Yes, that's right.
Right. So if we had everybody moving out of a certain area and selling their homes, then yes, the prices may drop. But do you want to bank on that and risk the rates going up? That's your choice.
So what I see from my seat as a realtor is the prices really aren't coming down. They're softening a little bit. There is some change. And what we're seeing two things. One, we're seeing homes that are priced fairly are competitive. And once we start the competition, that helps bring the rate up a little, the price point up a little bit.
Right.
But what we're seeing is homes that are not being competitively priced, they're sitting, no one's popping, no one's making an offer. So you've got two different worlds going on out there. And now if you go back into the environment where we're competitively pricing and we're having offers, what I'm seeing is we're seeing maybe 5 offers instead of 15 or 20.
Exactly.
Maybe we're seeing 7 offers instead of 20 or 21, which was crazy. And it's really that competing offer that drives those prices up.
Yeah.
The underlying factor is we still don't have inventory. We're still in Long Island, New York. We're still under 2 months of inventory, which means if we put no houses on the market, what we currently have would sell out in 2 months.
Right.
So really, until we have much more inventory versus buying demand, we're really not going to see a price change.
Not much of a price change, I don't think, and not right away. I think if it's going to happen, it's going to take some time. What we're not seeing, and I'm sure you've noticed this as well, is the bidding wars that were going on during the pandemic. So people were, overbidding and outbidding each other, and that was actually increasing the housing prices
driving
as
the
well.
Price.
So, because they have comparables, and now the houses have sold for a higher price. So we're not getting those bidding wars, so that is to the borrower's advantage right now.
I think at the end of the day, what you and I are seeing is, if you're a first-time home buyer and you're thinking about waiting it out till rates and prices come down, that's probably not the best strategy. In fact, from a rate point of view, maybe you're better off getting in it today.
5-10 years at least.
Right, exactly.
So, we don't know, and we've never been in this. Well, as long as I've been alive, we've never been in this situation where we're coming out of these a pandemic where we don't know what to expect, and we have to follow and see how it goes. Really.
Yeah. And there's a lot of reasons why the availability of homes that are available are just not out there. I mean, we're not building homes at the right rate. We have people who are old staying in their homes longer. They're aging. There's a lot of reasons for that.
People are living longer too, so of course they're staying in their homes longer
but the
if
demand,
they can.
the demand is still there. That's really what we're talking about.
Yes.
So.
Sandra Mogelefsky, licensed mortgage loan originator, MLO number 338049. Lynx Mortgage Bank LLC, licensed mortgage banker, New York State Department of Financial Services, NMLS number 5838, located at 143 Post Avenue, Westbury, New York, 11590, equal housing lender.